Hey guys. So, it started out fine today. Just so you know, I'm batch recording videos. I'm scheduling them for throughout the week. Hopefully then I can start getting more notifications of stuff that happen on my channel. Because I think part of it is when YouTube thinks I just had a realization that if YouTube thinks she's not active on here anymore, so I guess we'll just stop sending her notifications since she really doesn't post on here much. I had this idea to batch record videos. So this is still the same day from when I recorded those first two. That first one that I uploaded about the Frugal Fit Mom. That was the one I uploaded today. I'm going to skip Monday. I have one for Tuesday. So this one will be scheduled for Wednesday. So it will be Wednesday by the time you see this one. Yeah, so. Sorry. Let me just turn that down a bit. Volume. There you go. What? Blind page. I gotta listen to that and look into it more. Okay. I first want to look at this one. Alrighty. I knew you were going to quit that, but let's see why. Let's see why you quit health and nutrition videos. By the way, guys, I was going to apologize because so I'll do it now. I'm apologizing for the air conditioner in the background. It's very, very loud, I know, but I need it. It is like burning hot. We're in a heat wave this week. Up until Wednesday, believe it or not. The day that this is uploaded. So, and it actually can get pretty friggin' hot in this apartment anyways. I don't know what it is, but the hallways are always so cool, and then the apartments get stinking hot. My vents, where the heat comes from, are cool when I touch them. For some reason, the heat just stays in. I don't know. Anyway, let's listen to Frank Tufano crying about how he's given up on health and nutrition. By the way, Frankie, I know you're still eating the crap diet that you've been pushing for years, so that's not going to help your face. So, just going to put that out there.
Most of you guys probably know, but some of you might not, that this is actually a health and nutrition YouTube channel.
You're slurring. So, way too much kratom straight out the gate.
Which has, unfortunately...
You're probably high on edibles, too. I don't even know why you even drive, so...
been hijacked by this botched eye nightmare for almost 2 years now. But even before that, I kind of stopped sharing new ideas because of all the plagiarizing and copycats and people that didn't give me credit.
Because you're not the one who came up with it. You narcissistic, self-centered, egotistical crybaby. Cry more.
But at this point,
maybe crying might actually help your eyes recorrect themselves because they'll swell up and then they'll change. Actually, maybe crying is actually too much. And you said I saw a Vegan Gains reaction. I might react to some of that too. But you said they're more sunken in again. Was it? Cry more. Maybe that'll help recorrect your eye because your eyes will be swollen so big from crying so much.
Single original idea I came up with, those first 5 or 6 years.
Little tip for you. Cry and it'll and if you cry enough, maybe your eyes will get bigger, and then actually the whole thing will correct itself. You won't even need any more corrective surgeries because your eyes are going to be better. Maybe I'm giving you a tip. Sorry if it like clips. I'm sorry. I can't fix that. This software is what it is, and it's Windows.
Of my YouTube channel, through my own experimenting and research, every single idea I ever came up with has been made mainstream.
No. Every single idea you've had has already been mainstream. What universe is it where you are the first person ever to have come up with the ideas you've had? I have heard these floating around long before you started spewing them. What are you talking about? The only new people that I'm seeing starting to spew the same crap that you are the sugar diet people. Next level carnivore people, okay? Please.
Basically common knowledge. It's been shoved down the throat of the entire United States user base.
Yes.
By these TikTok shills that...
Yes, exactly, and that's before you came along. So what are you even talking about?
At this point have hundreds of millions of views. Whether it's the carnivore diet, the nutrient density of animal foods,
Oh, Amber O'Hearn has been doing it for years and years and years. Are you gonna call her a plagiarist too? She's been doing it for almost 13 years, Frankie. What are you talking about? Maybe it's over 13 years. What's her name? Lisa Wiedemann. She's an eye doctor. Maybe she can help you out. Maybe you might want to look at her. Ask her what to do. Maybe she has a place you can DM her. Be nice to her and just ask, hey, what can I do about this? Go and see her if you can. You got all this money. Maybe if you get successful suing at least one of these people, take that money and go down to see her. Go out to see her. All right? She's been doing carnivore for years and years and years and years. You're going to blame her? And Dr. Kiltz, you're going to blame him? He's been doing this way longer than you have. Really? You only have been doing it for probably what? Like, since what, 2012, 13? So that's probably 13. Let's see. Yeah, 13 years. Actually, no, only 10 years, because then you stopped at like 2020. 10, not even. You were only doing it for 8 years. At that point, Kiltz had been doing it for like 11 years, I think. But okay, you're the first.
Type of water you should be drinking, all of these components of health I discussed, like...
No. It's always been mainstream. The difference is, you're probably one of the first to put it on the internet, yes. But there are people that have been spewing this stuff for years. And it just hasn't, people are only starting to realize, like, it's called realization. Okay, maybe you realized it before everybody else did. Doesn't make it okay to call them plagiarists, okay? You're not the first, okay? It's just people weren't willing to listen to the other people pushing it. And now that you're the first to, like, you have a huge following, and because you are one of the first to actually, maybe you were the first to go viral with it, but doesn't mean you were the first to actually come up with these ideas.
Wi-Fi shielding, even really, really nuanced stuff, like arsenic in rice, creatine causing hair.
You're not the first to discover. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? CBC talked about that. And that's a Canadian broadcasting corporation. What are you talking about? You're the first about talking about arsenic and rice. You're not.
Hair loss, boosting testosterone from beef testicles.
Yeah, no. Sorry, no. You're not the first in that either.
Things that no one was talking about years ago have now become mainstream by these people, and
that gives you no right to sue people over this. So stop crying. Either that or cry a river so big that you can sail out to see Dr. Lisa Wiedemann, okay? Okay.
never mentioned my name once.
Of course, because some of these people go back as far as like probably the 90s. But they flew under the radar because internet was only just coming out, okay? And oh my God, you have no credibility here. You're not the first. You don't have the right to sue people over this. This is not sue worthy. You would lose.
These people are literally secret society agents, people in the club masquerading as health influencers to get you to purchase their products.
Yeah. And you're not? You're not? Free range meat vlogs. Anyone? Buy this at franktufano.com.
Or, it could be those people walking through Costco telling you to buy this or that, preaching a sloppy version of my health and nutrition advice from years ago.
They've been doing it longer than you, buddy. They've just not been made known, so you can kiss that idea goodbye. You will lose that case. You're going to lose this case, buddy. You will.
And there's no real point in naming these people
exactly, because you know you're wrong.
Because it's literally...
See, you're laughing. You know you're wrong. You're laughing at yourself, because even you know you're being stupid right now.
Every single health and nutrition influencer. None of them are legitimate or organic.
Some of them might be vegans, yes, okay? But the point is, some of them do have great advice, and it doesn't mean they got it from you. They could have known this stuff for years. Years before you started this. Alrighty? You're going to lose this case.
Which is kind of ironic. But I'm not exaggerating.
Okay, there's a chapter. I have my voice turned low. It just said they tend to cover their tracks. I heard that. So, yeah, let's see now what he talks about. You are like textbook projecting right now.
Every single... Well, I don't want to get into this and talk...
See how he is like trying to deflect and look, I don't want to get into this. I don't want to, because it's just like it's pointless. It's like this. No, say it. You have a point to make. Say it. Oh, you don't have one?
Talk too much about the secret society stuff, but
talk about a conspiracy theorist.
It's pretty obvious what's going on. And I said I wasn't going to name people, and...
Ha! I'm not going to name people, so here, let me name a person.
There probably isn't a point, but if you go back and look at the videos that these people were making years ago, if they didn't delete them yet, I wouldn't be surprised if these people deleted most of their videos to cover their tracks.
Oh, did you go look? Did you go look? Why don't you feature a clip in one of your videos? In this video. Go. Do you have any clips? Did you go check? Because maybe they are still up. Maybe they are still up. Maybe the only reason they're being deleted is because maybe the brands they were suggesting are not quite the same as yours. Maybe the brands that they were suggesting contained poison. I don't know. Maybe they deleted their channels because they don't want to be on YouTube anymore. Ever considered that? It's not just black and white here.
To hide the fact that before Frank Tufano came along, everyone was wrong, whether they were preaching.
Oh my God. Wow. He really is a sociopathic, probably even psychopathic, to be brutally honest. He's still living alone, so I mean, he really hates people. You are a narcissistic. Wow. That is narcissism if I ever heard it, right there. Before Frank Tufano came along, everything was wrong. Wow! Holy! Good mother of... I don't usually like watching this stuff. I usually like only reacting to the health and nutrition videos. But you know what's even funnier? He says I'm not going to do health and nutrition videos, and then here he comes. Excuse me. Here he comes preaching his junk food websites. Mister, I'm not gonna do health and nutrition videos anymore. Why are you even promoting your company then? Hmm?
Vegan or vegetarian nonsense, or just had no clue what they were talking about.
Let me go back.
They were preaching vegan. Tufano came along, everyone was wrong, whether they were preaching vegan or vegetarian nonsense. Or
Okay, well, the vegan and vegetarian nonsense is wrong because we're carnivores. So, yeah. Okay, that part's wrong. But what about the pure water or whatever is wrong? Yeah, I don't drink the greatest water, and I'll admit that. I don't have the money to get a Burke or whatever. Maybe there's other machines that do it. I don't think I have the counter space for it. They're big, from what I've heard. And, yeah. So, and I have a small apartment. It's just a little bachelor. But, all right, go on.
or just had no clue what they were talking about, saying things like fluoride is safe. These are the people that, you know, that, what's the saying? They flip the coin.
Okay. Doesn't mean that now that you're saying that it's not. I think before I even heard of you, I think even in 2010, I was hearing stuff that fluoride was not safe. Just before you started doing your carnivore stuff, okay? When did you quit? 2020? Was it? And like just before the pandemic? I think I was hearing before you even started your carnivore stuff that fluoride was bad. Okay? Are you gonna call the people who said cigarettes were healthy? Are you gonna claim? Are you gonna claim the to be the savior in that too? I was the one who told them cigarettes weren't, and it was only after I started saying it that people said, "Okay, cigarettes aren't healthy. I was wrong." And then they're gonna take all. Are you claiming to be the savior of the people that have quit smoking because they've learned that smoking wasn't healthy? Are you taking credit for that too?
They would.
You don't have any points to make because you hear how he's like pausing and trying to think. It's because he's actually wrong here.
Say or do anything.
This is going to become more of a psychological analysis here. I'm just an armchair psychologist, so I'm not an expert on this stuff. So I might still have to look more into it, but this is true narcissism right here. He's just projecting, and so.
They actually have no clue what they're talking about.
I don't think you have a clue of what you're talking about. You're just speaking, nonsense. Too many carbs.
It's just once the correct.
By the way, for those who are newer, the carbs came to me from, I don't know what happened. It was during Frank Tufano videos, like when I was on a Frank Tufano kick and really doing videos on him, and like when he was really going crazy with the cookies and the weird beef barley soup and the water kefir and the
information becomes mainstream. Bandwagon, that's the word I was thinking of. They're riding the bandwagon. Except this time the bandwagon coming from Frank Tufano is actually correct. Now, YouTube was a lot different 10 years ago.
Exactly. So, your point?
Because they were still...
When I was, like, doesn't mean anything. I knew probably 15 to 17 years fluoride should not have been in drinking water. I was like, 12, 13, 14 years old when I was hearing that.
Still some chance of being like a legitimate influencer. Now it's really, really controlled. Like, yeah, back then you could say it was controlled, but compared to now, literally like no one besides the Secret Society shills is getting any views. It's all fake.
What? Maybe some of it is, okay. But what? Then how come I'm seeing people over on like Vegan Deterioration's channel, or people even in your comments that are saying stuff like, dude, you make so many good points because I used to follow this, and this, and I realized I was pulled in the wrong direction, and you helped to steer me in the correct direction, and I feel better now. What about those people?
But now all of those agents and shills and influencers have made billions of dollars off of my ideas collectively.
Maybe Dr. Kiltz knew about all of this before you did, buddy. Because you started carnivore when? 2010, 2011? Maybe? No. Probably 2011. No, wait. Because you quit like 2020, right? You did 7 years carnivore, roughly. Okay. And at that point, Dr. Kiltz did it for 11. Excuse me. So who started carnivore first? I think Lisa Wiedemann started before you. Georgia Ede started before you. They were doing it since the 90s. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm still struggling and still trying to do new things every week, only to be copied over and over again.
So that's why you change all the time? That's why you eat the crap you eat? That's why? See, when you were doing carnivore for 8 years straight, I'll actually omit the honey part of it, but when you were doing that, it didn't seem like you were nearly as upset over that up until you started consuming honey and fruit and stuff and milk. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave that there.
And that includes my business ideas. They've been copied and astroturfed, whether it's...
People get ideas, okay? And maybe they seem identical, but because you live in such a delusional world, you call it copycat. Okay? But the truth is, they probably sell, maybe they only sell meat. Or maybe they sell different forms of meat. Maybe they have, maybe they package things differently. How do you know? You, from what I heard, have a knockoff Twix brand? Or either that or you're actually selling Twix and calling them your version? If anyone should be suing anybody, it should be Twix. Just...
It's the best bars by that kid Jake Levy. The beef tallow chips have been copied by Vandy.
I think you've been copying them, buddy. You are very, very egotistical. And I wouldn't be shocked if it turned out you were copying them. Because you're an egomaniac and you would rather get a kick out of being, the first at everything. That's what a narcissist does. They think they're better. They think that they do no wrong. They think that they've conquered the world. That's why you're so tired all the time. That's why no matter what you do, nothing works. That's why everybody talks down to you. And that is why you are never satisfied. The never being satisfied is from you reaping what you sow. You are struggling now because of what you have done to these people. You are copying them. They have every right to sue you, and guess what? They will win. And they will milk you out of every dollar. Because you have nothing. Where are the receipts? Show me the... you should have the clips. Where are the videos of them copying you? And if they're popping up on here, and I'm not seeing them, I don't know. I want to see clips though. I want to hear a guy saying, promoting the same brands, promoting the same. Come on.
The honey ice cream is that guy, Ice Cream for Bears. That's where he got the idea. He stole it from me.
The ice cream thing's new to me. I've never heard of that. I gotta look through the channel some more.
These selfish parasites stole my ideas.
You are a selfish parasite, Mr. Egomaniac. And the only reason you are doing Carbivore now is because, and I did not misspeak, the only reason you're doing Carbivore now is because you know that you are in the wrong. You are doing things incorrectly. You are not following the ethics laws. You are not thinking with morale. You're not doing things. You're breaking laws.
And use my creativity to pocket millions and millions of dollars, and not one of these snakes had any shred of decency to even mention my name once.
Because you are leeching off of them and taking their ideas as yours. Alrighty. So go cry me a river, Alice in Wonderland.
That's the crazy...
Cry a river so big that A, your eyes correct themselves, and B, you are able to I don't know how you'd get a boat, but someone brings you a boat and you are able to sail out to Dr. Lisa Wiedemann if your eye surgery doesn't correct itself from crying so much. Okay?
Part about it to me. The literal 100 plus.
That kratom, by the way, is making you unable to speak, just so you're aware of that.
Probably several hundred.
I don't know if he's taking edibles at night, but I wouldn't be shocked.
Health and nutrition influencers entirely that are most likely studying and watching my videos in secret have never mentioned my name once.
Because there is new evidence coming out that isn't even related to you. These people probably are in completely different states, completely different countries even. Maybe there's somebody in Sweden that discovered, oh, if we eat this way instead of that way, we'll lower the chances of getting this and this and this. Or we will eradicate this, or we'll fix some of that, or maybe there's somebody in a completely different country that's never even heard of you that has realized, oh, they've done trials on patients, or they've done trials on, you don't know where these people came from, and you think they're all lying, and no, they're not lying. Why would somebody lie? Do you know how much trouble you'd get into just for lying? So everybody's a criminal but you? Yeah, total narcissist. That's how a narcissist acts, people.
Not one of these lying, two-faced cocksuckers gave me any credit at all reading from a script written by me.
Oh, cry more, buddy, cry more. Oh, I love when narcissists' egos get hurt. Ugh. Mwah. Mwah, mwah. Oh, that's tastier than a big hunk of beef with cheese and... Oh. Yes. Oh. Mm-mm-mm.
It's fucking crazy. And what makes it even worse is they aren't selling legitimate products.
Oh. Like you? I heard about somebody, one of my subscribers told me that they don't trust, that they don't actually trust the meat that you sell. They wouldn't trust it enough to eat it raw. And because I remember saying I would not eat that stuff raw. Because you don't know. You don't know where it's coming from. And the crap that they put in those cows. And they actually said, that's actually good advice, because when I got some of their stuff, some of his stuff, and it wasn't, projecting.
One of them made millions and millions of dollars selling salt mixed with chemicals as an electrolyte formulation. Literally.
Chemicals? What chemicals? Can you be specific? What chemicals? What chemicals? Tell me a chemical. What chemical?
Literally sodium with natural flavor as an electrolyte formulation.
Hold on a second, okay? I went into...
Most of you guys probably know, but some of you might not, that this is actually a health and the beef tallow chips and these Costco shills, and now to try to be original and innovative, manipulative parasites, and I'd honestly rather just give up. With natural flavors, and not one of these snakes.
Okay.
Have never.
I went into the mini player, so I had to get out of there and because I hit the button for that instead.
Never mentioned my name. Millions of dollars selling salt mixed with chemicals as an electrolyte formulation. Literally sodium with natural flavors, saying it's electrolytes, and he gets millions and millions of dollars in sales on Amazon.
Those, what do you call it? Element drinks, right? Element, or, what was the other one? I heard it didn't have nearly as much electrolytes in it, but there was another one too. So you're talking about Element, right? They make a pure version too. The natural flavors, I will agree, are not always the best, but wow, buddy, the projection is strong here.
These people are using my health and nutrition research to sound smart.
Oh, your health and nutrition. Again, maybe some guy in Sweden figured this out in the early 2000s.
So they can guide you to their inferior products. It's always about money.
Maybe with you it is, Mr. My ego got hurt, so I'm going to just go suing everybody.
Now, some of these products might have been a little decent. Still not correct.
Because you're egotistical in every sense of the word, buddy, and it's coming back to haunt you. That's why you never feel good. That's why you're always miserable, because you've told on yourself. Carnivore helped you. And you even admitted it in one of the videos I reacted to.
Most of them are snake oil, and all of these products are 2 to 3 times the price of what you should be paying anyway.
How do we know yours is better than theirs? How do we know? How do we know? Because it was fact checked through scientists and it was just you. Ah, I see.
One that was bothering me the other day was Based Body Works. That's selling shampoo for like $30 or $40 a bottle, which has incorrect ingredients in it compared to mine, and mine's like less than 1/3 of the price.
I will agree. This shampoo I'm buying now is almost like $20, but I need a special shampoo because half of them have formaldehyde in them. Yes, half of them have formaldehyde. They do. I don't know if it's a byproduct or if it actually is formaldehyde. But yeah, I am buying a new one and it has tea tree. I think, is it tea tree? No, it's mint oil, I think. But it doesn't have any of that crap in it. And my hair, it lasts at least 3 days now without me having to wash it aggressively. It's still thin as I don't know what, but yeah.
And I thought at this point that I would have a large enough platform to launch my ideas without them being stolen.
Oh, well, guess what? Sometimes other people also figure these things out on their own. Maybe you don't realize that. Maybe you don't realize that. Look, if I figured something out and if I was the first one to ever make what I figured out, like, okay, Dr. Barry, for example, is the only doctor I know of that tells you if you're a type 2 diabetic, you really should not be taking insulin because you already produce insulin. So what I would recommend is go to your doctor, get your C-peptide tested. I don't hear any other doctors talking about that. And I don't even hear any other creators talking about that except maybe me and maybe a few select others. Is Dr. Barry coming on here and crying because he's like, nobody's taking credit for me giving type 2 diabetics advice. I'm the first. I should be the one getting credit for telling them to stop their insulin gradually. I should be the ones getting credit for telling them go to your doctor, get the C-peptide tested. I should be getting credit for it. Nobody's giving me credit for it. He's the first doctor I ever heard to say, get your C-peptide tested to be sure you're still producing insulin yourself. And if you are, then he says, stop your insulin gradually. Have your, talk to your doctor about it. Tell him, hey, I'm changing my diet around and I want to start getting off the insulin. He has told you, he's the first to be saying, okay, do this with your doctor since you're already on the insulin. It can be a little bit tricky, but the doctor can tell you, okay, what, start lowering things gradually. Let's lower this down to this amount and measure your carb intake from how many carbs do you think you're eating now, and then we'll lower your carb intake based on, this amount, and then, the doctor will help you figure that out. Right? He was the first to suggest doing that stuff. Getting C-peptides tested, getting parathyroid tested. He was the first I ever heard to say it. Is he coming on here claiming, oh, these shills and these awful people, they're taking credit for my ideas? I don't hear Dr. Barry doing that. Probably because he's still carnivore and he has a lot more strength and he's open-minded now.
But that's not the case. And I'd honestly rather just give up with all my ideas still in my head.
Oh. Wow. And this is getting long, people, but this is getting insane. I want you to hear his slurred speech, though.
Then let these manipulative parasites...
Oh, projection again.
...profit any more off of them. And there's only so many things...
He's literally about to freaking cry! This is hilarious!
Things you can patent, guys.
I should... I'm going back. I'm going back. You're gonna hear.
Parasites profit any more off of them.
Profit any more off of them. This is absolutely hysterical. Do you hear that?
Then let these manipulative parasites profit any more off of them.
This is hilarious. Listen to him. He's literally about to cry. This is absolutely hilarious. And I'm sorry about the mic, okay? I can't help the clipping. I'm sorry. But it is what it is. And it's hilarious. Oh my God, I'm about to die.
And there's only so many things you can patent, guys. But it's just really creepy to me. I was eating off of a cutting board. Like when I was on the carnivore diet, I would eat my meals on a cutting board.
So, I think there's carnivores that have done that before.
And that was kind of this weird nuanced thing that I would do. And then people started copying that.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you there, but okay, that's a little weird, but still, that's no reason to be all, people are copying me.
To try to be original and innovative. And I'm also pretty sure I was the first person to walk through the supermarkets and do that type of stuff from a health and nutrition perspective.
Doesn't matter. People get ideas from other YouTubers all the time and I never hear them cry, I want credit!
And now literally every single person is doing it.
Oh, am I doing it? I didn't realize I was doing it. I should check my videos because I didn't even realize I was doing it.
These Costco shills are the big ones doing it. People walking through Whole Foods grocery stores. And I was that original person to do it.
Oh, really? You were? Interesting.
And no one even knows who I am.
Maybe they don't know who you are because they literally don't even know who you are. I don't know. Just.
And I didn't do a video about this yet, but this society...
Where are your clips, by the way? Where's your proof of all this? Mr. My ego's hurt and I want credit.
...has been around for tens of thousands of years. And these...
Wait, what? Hold on.
This society and I didn't do a video about this yet, but
What society? What do you mean, this society?
this society has been around for tens of thousands of years, and these psychopaths in charge reset it over and over again, almost.
Maybe you're a psychopath because you clearly don't care about other people. You don't. You. I don't think you really care about other people. I mean, your family. I've heard things about your family. Not really appreciating you for you, and they wanted you out or something. I could be misinterpreting that part, but I think you're actually a psychopath, and that's why a lot of these people, you know, the people that you're actually having problems with, they're trying to. That's why you want to sue everybody, because you don't want to admit to yourself that you're a psychopath and you have no care for anybody else. You really don't care about anybody else. You don't care about people's health. If you did, you wouldn't be pushing carbs down people's throats and forcing all these products onto people. You wouldn't be trying to sue people because you're not getting your money's worth out of this anymore. It's finally coming to light, isn't it? But yet, you don't want to admit that to yourself. Because you're psychopathic, narcissistic, egotistical. Maybe you're the psychopath here. Maybe. There is a slight possibility he's a sociopath. Because sociopath means you do care at some level for certain people. Maybe for certain people, but...
It's like playing a game of Monopoly, except they control the pieces from the start.
I'm not going to disagree entirely, though, with people just trying to make money. But there's a difference between people trying to make money and people having ideas. Maybe they didn't realize. Maybe they just simply did not even realize that anyone else was doing it. I didn't realize that, like, when I first started Googling, that there were actually anti-vegan videos out there. And you know what? The only reason I do them today is because nobody does them anymore. I want to bring that niche back.
And what I'm assuming is they're using ideas from past lifetimes to sell you products every go around. And for me to have so many original and creative $1 million ideas.
Oh, wow. Let me go back.
And for me to have lifetimes to sell ideas from past lifetimes.
What do you mean, ideas from past lifetimes? What? What does that mean? Does anyone know? I legit don't even know what that means.
To sell you products every go around. And for me to have so many original and creative $1 million ideas and to be taken advantage of like this is something that I don't think's really happened before. I think it's really strange.
Because it's not actually happening. You want to think that it is because you're that egotistical. And you want to get money out of people somehow. So your only way to cope is suing and crying. So,
but my creativity is the only thing I'm good at. You know, that's the gift I was given. It's natural creativity, and I'm able to apply that really well to my business. But yeah, if I'm not able to use it, I might as well just throw in the towel. You know, get this doctor to write me a check for what he did to my eyes, and then not stress out about this anymore. You know, before any of this stuff happened to my face, I was struggling enough with my business and these people copying me and the censorship and the shadow banning, and it hasn't gotten any better. But
You're not getting shadow banned because of them copying you and stealing ideas. You're getting shadow banned because the crap you're spewing is ridiculous. Okay? They actually, like, I don't know, your ideas are no longer accepted anymore as, like, because you're eating crap food. Carnivore diet in general was shadow banned, okay? It's being shadow banned. It still is shadow banned. A lot of my videos, I don't even get notifications. But do you know what I don't do? Cry about it every day. It's frustrating, but you know what I don't do? Is come on here crying that I want credit and that I'm shadow banned because people don't want to accept the fact that I'm the original creator of whatever. Shut up. Don't even give me that.
I hope you guys can understand why I don't really do the health and nutrition stuff anymore, especially considering what's happened over these past 2 years.
Something just hit was all on my face, and I can't tell where the freak it went, and I don't think it was a hair. In case you heard me do a weird, if that was audible, I'm sorry. It's just something hit my face. Something was hitting my nose. Anyways, so I'm gonna stop listening to Mr. Crybaby Magoo here. And I might react to another video later, but my voice is getting kind of raw and dry right now, so we'll see. I need to give my voice a break completely for probably at least a few hours, and then I'll be back to do a few more. Okay, guys, well, that's it for this one. Later.